Hello, good morning everyone, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. You join me this morning on my favourite narrow country lane as I wind my way to the unit. Oh my god. Yeah, so if you don't like L322 content, then this video's probably not for you. Today we have Mark from Overlanding 4-Wheel Drive coming up from London to have, my god, this lane is to have his L322 overlanding rig sorted out. Now he's been on some recent travels, he's obviously been off-road. I think the car spends most of its life off-road, and he's developed a bit of, you know, bush scrub down one side. So we're going to be with Mark today and sorting that out, so you guys can come with us and see another L322 on the channel. It's turning into a bit of a Range Rover channel, this, isn't it? It's not a bad thing. So let's make our way there. It's 18 degrees already and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet, so it's going to be quite warm today. So we'll get the wash done in the shade, get the wash done first, and then we'll back it into the unit there and get on with sorting the paintwork out on this L322 of Mark's. So see you there. So here's Mark back in his rigging. He's come all the way up from that there London town, and I was blown away when I saw this thing. Not only from obviously these scratches are pretty bad from all the adventures he's been having, which I really commend him with that, because these vehicles are designed to be used. Not used and abused, but used, sort of looked after, and then brought back up to a standard when you're done with them, you know, which you can see in this footage that we're going to get to in a minute, that's the case. So this thing is, there's my L322 next to his rig, makes mine look tiny. So his is set up for overlanding, obviously, with a big roof rack, all this kit in the back. He's got an oven, water tank, all full electrical systems, absolutely brilliant. Solar charger. It blew me away when he opened the boot, I just couldn't believe it. So first thing first, always wheels. These have obviously taken a little bit of a battering, being off-road wheels. The tyres are obviously well used, and they've seen some sort of rough terrain. I'll give them a foam off and then give the faces and barrels a clean. Tyre sidewalls, ready for a foam and a contact wash. Giving the arches a bit of a blowout there. It's not too bad. Mark looks after it nicely, so every time he's been out, he'll always give it a pressure wash off and clear any dirt and debris out of the arches and everywhere. So makes my life a little bit easier. I absolutely love what Mark has done with this truck. It sits a little bit higher than standard. It's got slightly wider wheels on, fog lights on the front. I mean, check out the personalised number plate. It doesn't get much better than that. It just looks awesome. It looks stealthy. He goes absolutely all over the place in this. Portugal, Spain. I won't tell you about his upcoming trip because he's probably gonna obviously film it for YouTube, but he's telling me about a cool upcoming trip. So now it's time to get some foam on the vehicle, break down some of that grime on the top surface of the car so we can be safe to contact wash it. Time to pressure wash it all off. That'll be the first foam, and then we'll get round to the second foam and the contact wash. You realise how big these vehicles are when you're cleaning one. The panels are just ginormous. Nice, easy cars to work on though. I absolutely love working on these vehicles. The L322, such a good base to work on. Everything's relatively big, you know, so there's not really any fine nooks and crannies to get into. Front grille's a little bit finicky sometimes, but obviously the fuel cap's open there. We like to clean in there, get all the diesel and grime out of there. Then back under the arches, start rinsing everything else off. Then once it's all rinsed off, it's time for the contact lip wash. So we got 2 buckets, obviously keeping it nice and safe. Even though we're polishing it, it's just a good habit to get into. So 2 buckets, one wash, 1 rinse. We don't really want to make any more work than we need to because it's already bad enough. So get it all rinsed off, get right under there, in the nooks and crannies. He's obviously got a compressor outlet on this car. He's got a sort of interior compressor, so the outlet's down by the tow hitch there, so we've obviously got to be a little bit careful with that. Yeah, rinse the rest off and give it a dry. So, time to back the truck in and get the rig all polished up. Really love the front end of this thing. It looks so mean. Number plates on the roof rack. So we're just going to tape a little section off here for you guys to see the difference. Mark's channel, if you nip over there to Overlanding 4-wheel drive, I'll leave the link in the description. His GoPro angle's pretty good at this. So it gets a good before and after with, this is our first hit with the polisher, so we primed the pad. Rupes were obviously kind enough to send us some of their cutting compound and their microfiber pads, so we've gone to town with this and trying to get all this cut back, and there's some nasty scratches in this paintwork. He's dragged it down sort of tight bamboo track, so you know, generally wood doesn't necessarily go through to base coat, so it's a little bit superficial. It's all in the lacquer coat, the top coat there. So it's going to wipe the residue off and see what we're working with. And the first pass was good. We got a lot of the smaller scratches out. There was one big one that runs all the way down the middle of the vehicle, down the centre of the door there. So that was a little bit of sort of, you know, spot treatment to get that out. But yeah, we got there in the end. So as you can see, a huge difference. The prominent scratch in the middle there is pretty much 90% disappeared in this shot. There's still a little bit of work to do, so we're just giving it a final going over. So it did end up being a good 3 to 4 passes per panel, 5 in places where it was, you know, a little bit heavier. It's really starting to come alive, this paint now. It's such a beautiful colour. It's got like a gold metallic fleck to it. There's a good story behind this car. So if you go over to Mark's channel, Overlanding 4-wheel drive, and he can tell you all about it, all the setup. I absolutely love it. It's great. So now it's time to get out of the daylight and really see what this thing looks like. So the results were fabulous. We got what we wanted, came from this to this. Lovely mirror finish. Absolutely fabulous. Please don't drive it down any more bamboo, Mark. So Autobiography Black Edition, Overlanding 4-wheel drive on Instagram and YouTube. 2 L322 side by side, one stock, one definitely not. So there we go, ladies and gents, another L322 polished up, ready for its next adventures. Thanks so much to Mark at Overland 4-wheel drive for coming up and letting us loose on the scratches. It was quite bad. He'd obviously brushed up. He uses a truck as it should be used, you know? The thing is with these Range Rovers, they're such versatile vehicles. You can peruse down the street to London, park outside Westminster, it fits in there. Mark obviously goes to Portugal and goes off on the sand tracks and drags it down a load of bamboo, and it works there as well. So he had, he dropped me a message. He said, can you sort this out? I said, yeah, definitely, bring it up. So up he came. Obviously the guys at ROVER were kind enough to send out some their DA course, high performance cut and polish compound. It's been a long day. It's always tricky when a job like that comes in because every paint's different, every clear coat's different, everything reacts differently to different pads and compounds, so it's obviously after doing my L322 I kind of knew what to expect, and I knew a lot of it had come out. I thought I might have to get the wet sanding on it and go down that route, but luckily we 4 or 5 passes per panel, and there we go. Yeah, with this little puppy, came out nice. Yeah, great product. So absolutely over the moon. Mark was over the moon. I think he was a bit speechless, to be honest. As you can see from these clips, it's very shiny now and ready to get dragged down some more bushes. He's got some great trips planned, so be sure to follow Mark at Overlanding 4-wheel drive. I'll link his channel in the description below, and let me know what you guys think to his Overland rig. I love it. It makes me want to do that to mine. Seeing them side by side, it just it makes mine look like a Matchbox toy. So yeah, the plan is to, when the winter comes, I get some all-terrain tyres on her, and now it's polished and coated and back to how I want it to be, I can, you know, start building from the ground up. So I'll get roof rack and ladder and stuff, I'll get that sorted, and yeah, keep it standard-ish, but you know, have a little bit of an overland feel to it, because they're such cool cars. I absolutely love them. Daily drive it, never been an issue so far. Great stuff. What's this? Oh, another GTR from Lichfield. That's the beauty of working next door to Lichfield. You get these cool cars driving past. Yeah, so thanks for watching some more L322 content. More to come. Probably the next video, to be honest. I've got loads planned with my car. Yeah, thanks so much to Mark for coming up and letting us loose with his. It's been a good day. Catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Adios.